Greetings from the lavish offices of Front Row Features and Big Tiger Productions. My name is Brian Johnson. I'm a freelance video producer in Redmond, Oregon, and I am embarking on my first feature-length film, The Better Body Starter Kit for Men. It's a documentary on the subject of fitness with the aim of inspiring men to pursue a healthier, stronger life, and also providing within the film a basic education on how to achieve that life. One of the informational sequences of the film will be an overview of the muscle groups of the male body for the purpose of creating effective workouts and organizing your routine into a rotation or a split. But I'm an entertainer at heart, and the last thing I want is a stale and boring lecture on the subject. I want it to be humorous, engaging, and memorable. To that end, years ago I created a tutorial of the muscle groups as if it were a highbrow British television special. And that's what I want to recreate for this film, but with a more classy theatrical background than the white wall of a local gym. Let me take a few minutes to outline the bullet points describing what I'm looking for in the role of the muscle model for this segment. First, I need a bodybuilder, physique model, or other lean muscular male. You need to be available this summer, as I'm hoping to finish the film by the end of 2026. And you need to be in peak physical condition. I want someone who we can see all the muscle groups. They are big, they are strong, they are defined, you are lean. I want to be able to include the serratus muscles down the side, as well as the Adonis belt. Now, I'm looking for someone who has a size that has been created through dedication. I'm not going to ask you if you use steroids or Tren or HGH or any of that stuff, but I do want someone who is of a more realistic size, not the aliens, the beasts that win the Mr. Olympia every year. I personally have nothing against bodybuilders who want to get tattoos, but for this particular role, because I want to see every muscle of every muscle group clearly, I am looking for a model who is tattoo-free from head to toe. And you need to be willing to shave from the neck down, actually from the chin down. I would like to have no beard, preferably no mustache. The really important part is from the neck down, because that's where the muscle groups are that we will be examining and demonstrating. Filming this sequence with all of the proper lighting and camera angles will take an entire day, so you need to be willing to be, stripped down to shorts, underwear for an entire day. It will be a private setting with just the cameraman, microphone, myself, maybe a couple of other crew members. Basically, you just have to be willing to show it all off for an entire day of filming. There will be no frontal nudity. There will be no, well, in fact, there will be no complete nudity. We will want a shot of your glutes from the side, and it will kind of depend on your comfort level, how high you are willing to pull up the hem of the posing suit or the underwear, whatever exactly the costume is, to let us see that. But we do want to see the glutes. That you won't be totally naked at any point during this filming. It's not that kind of movie. You'll have to be willing to let the cameraman get up close as you flex the biceps, pecs, just the whole body. We will be getting close-ups. And then you have to be willing for that footage to be seen potentially by the whole world and never deleted. So you have to be pretty much somebody who's a dedicated muscle model or bodybuilder. Maybe you've already been in some competitions. Hopefully, I'm reaching out to you at a time when men are leaning down and preparing for either going to the beach or going to a competition stage. You're looking your best or will be very soon. On that note, it's not even in my notes, but I can be flexible with the time. If you feel you're going to look your best in August, I can arrange to shoot this in August. If you think it's going to be July, we can move it up. I want you to be at your peak. What can I offer you in return for meeting all of those requirements and being willing to play the part? I can offer you $500 cash up front. You will leave the shoot with $500 in hand. More if I can save up for it, but that is currently what I can justify spending at the time. You will also, though, be put on my spreadsheet of people who will receive a portion of the profits if the film makes any money at all. I sincerely doubt that this film is going to make any of us rich. It is a very niche audience. It has a very specific purpose, so it's not going to show up in 1,000 theaters and be flocked to by millions of people. I would love to be wrong, but I don't think anybody, including myself, is going to be making a living off of this film. This is a personal, somewhat passion project, and I'm just doing my best to get it made. But again, $500 up front and then a portion of the profits, if there are any. You will get all meals for the day, depending on how long the shoot is. So guaranteed lunch. If we start pretty early, I can also work in breakfast. If it takes a long time, I'll work in dinner. I will make sure that you do not go hungry during the day, and it will not cost you to eat anything during the day. Transportation reimbursement. Depending on how far away you are, if you're right here in Central Oregon, I'd like to think you could drive to the location where we'll be shooting. If you come from outside there, I certainly want to make sure you don't lose any money on gas getting here. If you are the absolute perfect body for this, and you live far enough away that the most economical way to get you here would actually be flying you here, I'll be willing to do that, and we will cover the cost of your ticket as well. All of that is up for discussion based on how much it will cost. Again, this is not a big budget production, but I want the best guy I can get. This is a very important sequence of the film in terms of I can't really use a skinny, undeveloped guy or a guy who's too chunky. I want someone who could potentially win at least a natural bodybuilding competition. Okay. Lodgings. If you live far enough away that it is impractical for you to get here the morning of the shoot and or get home after it's done, we'll also make sure you get a hotel room. You will get your name in the opening credits for the film, if that means anything to you. Instead of, or not just the end scroll where everybody's name is really tiny, you will get an opening credit listing as well. Let's see, I already mentioned it, but I will reassure you, as a promise to you, there is no frontal nudity. There's no full nudity of the glutes. You will always have something on in every shot of the sequence. And I absolutely want you to feel confident and safe that this is a legitimate project, that it is something I want to make and show to the world. There is no ulterior motive. If you want to bring someone along as a witness, as protection, family member or friend, that's fine. I am only paying travel, food, and lodgings for you, the model, but you are free to bring a second person. There will be 4 or 5 of us on set anyway, and there is nothing to be concerned about. I can assure you of that verbally, but if you want that extra assurance, you can absolutely bring somebody along. If you got this far and that interests you and you want to know more, if you have questions, if you want to discuss details, if you'd like to see the original low-budget version I made for my YouTube channel just for fun to see what exactly we would be recreating, I can answer any of those questions. I can send you that video link. Whatever it is, write to me at bigtigerproductions@outlook.com. If you are already convinced, if you're already sold and you want to be considered for the role, please include in an email to me a full body front photo and a back photo, not naked, but as skimpy as you're willing to go. Posing suit, sports cut briefs, whatever. And photo evidence of your serratus muscles and your Adonis belt. Those actually, because they are so hard to attain, I do want somebody who has them. And we can show the viewing audience that if they are dedicated, they can get all of these muscles around the body to show up well. Photos will be kept confidential and discarded if you do not get the role. The last thing I want on my very first feature film project is a lawsuit. I want to be able to make films into the future, so I will be absolutely transparent and honorable with what I am doing with those photos, and they are to see if you qualify enough for us to meet and see if you're the right person. Anyway, I think that's everything in my notes right now, so write once again to bigtigerproductions@outlook.com with any questions, any comments, you want to know more, or to put your name on the list of interested parties. So, to all of you from all of me here at Front Row Features, thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you.